Guys, welcome to Stacking Shelf Showcase Sunday and Mailbox Monday for the weekend of December 26th. Yeah, that's right. I'm actually doing this on Christmas Eve just because I'm going to adjust the camera. All right. Because I'm going to be really busy tomorrow and Saturday, so I won't have time to do it. And that'll also split up my books a little bit because our immediate family did presents to each other today. So I got a whole bunch of books. You can see the corner of them there. And then we're going to do presents with the extended family like later tonight, and then my parents and everybody tomorrow. So I'll have a whole bunch more books, and those will go on next week's mailbox, Stacking the Shelves thing. All right, so the first book I got is actually one for review from Amazon Vine, and that is Staked by Kevin Hearn. This is a book in the Iron Druid Chronicles. I believe it's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Book 8 in that series. This has been an urban fantasy type of series about a druid who is training in another druid and dealing with various Norse gods and stuff like that. It's been very good, and I've been liking it a lot. It's very humorous and funny and lots of action and lots of interesting mythology. So I'm excited to get this and review it. I think that'll be a fun read. Apologies, I'm going to be like bending down to put my books down there. Then I did get 2 books from the library. I had this one before, but never quite read it. It's a big one. Queen of Shadows, the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series, I believe, by Sarah J. Maas. I do want to get around to reading this during Christmas break, so I did get it from the library again. The other one I got from the library is All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is I think it's the 3rd book in the Natural series. It's either the 4th, the 3rd book in the Natural series. This is about a series of young adults who have abilities, not supernatural abilities, but abilities that help people like do crimes and follow crimes and stuff. So this one girl is kind of a natural at like reading people and emotions and manipulating people. It's been very good. Basically, they get these kids together and have them help out on unsolved like crimes and stuff like that. And I don't read a lot of like crime thriller, but I do really like the series for some reason. I got the 1st book in the series, The Naturals, to review, and I loved it, so I just have been keeping to read the series. All right, on to Christmas books. So I got most of these from my husband and son. The first book I got was Hit by Delilah Dawson. She wrote the Blood series, which is an adult series, and she wrote Servants of the Storm, which is a young adult book that I really liked. Hit is basically a like crime thriller thing about a credit card company that has a clause in their credit card that basically says they can have you pay off your debt at any time, and if you can't afford to pay off your debt, then you have to serve them as an assassin. Kind of a far-fetched theory, but interesting sounding. The book's kind of cleverly done. It's done up as a credit card. So anyways, I like Delilah Dawson. She writes some interesting stuff. She's a little far out there sometimes, but I'm curious to see if I'll like this. I think it'll be an interesting read. All right, the next one I got for Christmas was The Devious Dr. Jekyll by Viola Carr. This is the 2nd book in the Electric Empire series. I have been loving the covers for these books. They're just very witty Victorian steampunks, and in this one, the main character is kind of your Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde person. So she has 2 personalities that she is dealing with, and she, one of them is very like technical and in all these steamy punky devices, and the other one's maybe a little bit more risque and kind of getting into trouble. So I really enjoyed the first book. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. All right, the next one I got for Christmas is Alice by Christina Henry. Christina Henry also writes an urban fantasy series the Black Wings urban fantasy series, which I really liked, and it's over now. There were 7 books in that series. This is her most recent book, which is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland called Alice. And I thought it just looked really cool. I read the synopsis, and I'm really excited to read it because I like her as an author. I like her writing style, and I love Alice in Wonderland retellings. So I got a lot of books I'm really excited to read. The other one that I got is a graphic novel, and it's The Facts in the Case of the Departure of Miss Finch. This is written by Neil Gaiman, illustrated by Michael Zulu and Todd Klein. Again, very Make sure I don't show anything bad. Interesting drawings here. I was just sounded cool and I was curious and I'm a Neil Gaiman fan, so I went ahead and got it. Well, I didn't get it. Somebody got it for me, my husband. The next one I got is also a graphic novel. That is the third volume 3 treasure trove of Skull Kickers. I have read and reviewed the first two. This is a fantasy action graphic novel that it's just kind of funny and rowdy and crazy, and it's not as good as Rat Queens, but it's kind of in the same vein, like a bunch of adventurers that go and kick butt and be crude and cause a lot of trouble. So this is the most recent one of that. I was excited to get that read. It's all wrapped up nice, but it's really heavy. Then two more here. The last gift I got was The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman, illustrated by Chris Riddell. This is a retelling of the Sleeping Beauty story. Again, it's kind of like graphic novel, kind of just a picture book kind of deal. Really looking forward to reading that. It's got this really neat, like, transparent cover that goes over another cover on it. It's kind of put together interestingly. So that should be a fun read. And I did get one more book that I actually bought for myself a couple weeks ago. I did not do Mailbox Monday because I only got one book last week. So, and that was this one, Shadow of the War Machine by Kristen Bailey. This is the third book in The Secret Order, which is another young adult steampunk series. Yeah, this is the final book in that series. I really have been liking that series. The Clockwork Key was pretty good. And then the second one, which was like Rise of the Arcane Fire, I just loved. And so very excited to read the final book. I have been loving the covers on these series as well. They're very creative and cool looking. So that is what I got. Shadow of the War Machine, The Sleeper and the Spindle, Skull Kickers, Treasure Trove 3, so that's 3 of them. Miss Finch is 4. Alice is 5. Beavis Dr. Jekyll 6. Hit 7. All In is 8. Queen of Shadows is 9. And then the last one was the Stake book for review. 10. So 10 books, and this is for the last 2 weeks, and includes probably about half of my Christmas haul. Oh look, I just set them all there and it just shook the whole table. Anyways, it's a lot of books. I am excited though. I always get a lot of books at Christmas because I ask for a lot of books for Christmas because I like to read a lot of books. What else? We finally did get a little bit of snow. It's been like 40 degrees and kind of depressingly like wet and muddy here in Minnesota, but we finally got this really pretty dusting of snow last night, which ended up being, it looks nice, but then it kind of like melted and froze. So it's more like snow with a crust of ice over it. So it's kind of a mess. But it looks very pretty and it's giving everything this nice like Christmassy look. And it's actually supposed to stay in the 20s, so it should stick around for Christmas, which is nice. My son's a little bit disappointed because you can't really play in it. It's not that kind of snow, but it looks Christmassy. So we're all good with that, I guess. And then I guess I'm going to be going off on all my Christmas adventures, which kind of start tonight. Tonight we go over to meet all my grandparents, my son's great-grandparents, aunts and uncles, all those people for a Christmas celebration over at one of my aunt's houses. And then tomorrow Santa will come. And then after that, we'll go over to my parents' house and do my parents and my sister and everybody to do presents between all those people. So it's going to be just like party for the next 2 days, which is fun but exhausting at the same time. So I'll kind of be happy when all this is over because my whole family, me, my husband, and my son all have next week off of work and school. So we're really looking forward to like taking time to play some of the video games we got and read some of the books we got and just like hanging out together and having a good time. So really looking forward to that. And then I'll be sad when that's over and we all have to go back to school and work. But I keep telling my son that you wouldn't appreciate those times as much if you had them all the time, right? So anyways. So Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you get some great books. I hope you get to spend time with your family and friends. And I will talk to you next week probably with a whole bunch more books that I got for Christmas. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.